So the witness and Carmelina, they not only met because they wanted to watch the end of the island, they both had a piece of the god, which broke the fourth seal. Now, Lydia has something to do with the second seal. So we now have 4 people essentially involved with 2 seals. There are 2 more seals we have to consider. Last one. It's gonna irk me. It's all starting to pan out like everybody had a hand in it, but one person was the mastermind. And while we're here, we might as well see her.
Halt! What do you want, freak?
Don't test me.
Architect Carmelina's violin.
Did Witness look like he was in pain when the council was murdered?
What?
You know about his illness? Witness suffers greatly whenever someone dies on these islands, be they citizen or syndicate member. Last night he doubled over in pain, breathless in agony. He suffers so much when there's a death. How was Witness last night? Anything strange?
Do your job.
He wasn't happy I was there. He seemed agitated.
That's strange.
How did this behavior manifest? This mask lets you see more than he thinks it does. Surprise, confusion, worry.
Sure.
Do you think he was involved in the murder? That's not for me to say. I'm just trying to be helpful. What do you know about the fourth holy seal?
Craft is its own
Nothing,
reward.
investigator. It's not my place to know. If no one knows how to get into the council building and the next island is already built with a new council building, how did the new council get into it? A good question. If the seal on the next island cannot be breached, we'll rebuild the council building. The perfect next island already sounds less than perfect.
We have achieved perfection.
Perfection requires adaptability. We will adapt. Want to tell me what you were doing carving flesh from a god?
This is nonsense.
How dare you accuse me of a vile crime like that? That is the height of heresy.
Is this a fact?
Crying
Or-
Grudge said it himself.
This is nonsense.
No such thing happened. I think it did.
Do your job.
Then you will need some evidence you're accusing the leader of the syndicate, one of the worst crimes imaginable. Temporary leader.
Sure.
Are you sure you were with Witness all night
Craft is its own reward.
Ah,
and you didn't leave him for a moment?
Investigate.
Do you have something you wish to ask, investigator?
the facts and the truth.
What about when
are not
Akiko
the
called
same.
him? Didn't he leave the room? He did leave the room to take the call on his balcony. People leave the room for other reasons as well.
Do your job.
What can you tell me about your self-imposed isolation 25 years ago?
Do your job.
I have no idea why something I did 25 years ago is any of your concern.
That's
What were you
strange.
doing? You said it was for a project, but no one's ever seen what came of it. What I choose to do is nothing you need to concern yourself with. Do you feel you aren't being rewarded for your hard work, Architect?
What?
What do you mean by that?
The investigator.
I've heard that there is a suspicion that you feel aggrieved by all your hard work building the islands not being rewarded with a seat on the council.
Craft is its own reward.
Okay.
How dare you?
Are you trying to build a motive for me?
I was born
That's my
to
job.
investigate.
You're going down the wrong path. Titles and power aren't my desires. do you know about the second holy seal? It's one of the big mysteries, isn't it, investigator? You're the architect and you don't know? Security. It's the only bit of the island I don't design.
We have achieved perfection.
It's better for the council to design their security and keep a secret to themselves. Why did you go to Henry's exorcism?
Craft is its own
I have an
reward.
acute interest in preventing the islands from succumbing to demonic corruption. It's rare to be able to see the effects of possession firsthand. Did you see Yuri last night?
It is cowardly.
He's my
to
secretary,
slay.
investigator. It would be strange were I not to see him. Before seeing witness? Yes, we concluded our business for the day and he left to deal with the fairy woman from the celebratory gardens. Yuri claims that the reality folding drive caused a comms blackout last night. Is that something that can happen with the reality folding drive?
This is nonsense.
Why are you asking me? The drive is operated by Masahiro Heavy Industries, but none of their representatives are left on Paradise. You're the architect, so I thought you might know something. I can't help you with the specifics, but there have been instances of the drives causing blackouts at the end of an island.
Ooh, the
Did you experience it last night? No, they're localized, so that isn't to say it didn't happen. The drive performs a burst to power each island. It throws a lot of radiation and particles out into the air. If Yuri was in a patch of radiation, it would have caused a blackout temporarily.
I have a bad feeling.
Do you
about
think it's
this.
convenient that it happened around the time of the murder?
Do your job.
That's what I'm trying to work out. Yuri's a loyal member of the Syndicate. You do well to focus on the real suspect instead. All right. I'm not sure what help I can be. Henry was possessed and allowed demons on our precious island. My hard work was destroyed. The dead zone is a reminder of this crime. Is there anything else you can tell me about Henry's movements last
I
night?
have no idea what you're talking about. We have achieved perfection. Craft is its own reward. We have achieved perfection.
I'm glad to be back.
Okay. All right. There we go. Got him, coach.
Key item obtained.
Knew it.
Blood crystal obtained.
Well, 5. Yeah, I knew it was just going to be blood crystals. I'm trying to think of any other place on the island I haven't been. The dead zone. Need to go back and see Akiko. It's currency. So you use it to buy things like drinks or information. So actually, I want to see Witness. We're pretty close to Witness. Yeah, why did Yuri shut down the boat rides?
Yuri Knight.
Don't be snide with me.
All right. You're just gonna be dumb. Let's go see witness. Before I talk to you, witness,
Scene investigation.
nothing out the ordinary. Alright, took his phone. So I gotta give him back his phone.
Witness to the end.
Okay, we got a lot to talk about, witness.
Got it.
I checked your building logs. Your story checks out. Of course it does. The righteous have nothing to hide. Okay, you say that, but what do you know about the phone number 833-2112-ES9116RD?
What?
I have no idea what number that is.
Why?
Then why did your phone dial it at midnight last night?
Of course not.
I assure you I didn't. Why are we doing this dance, witness?
What?
What
The
dance?
facts and the truth.
Do you
are
honestly
not the
think I just
same.
pulled that number out of my ass while it's over here and will accept no idea as an answer?
Is this a fact?
Council's been murdered.
truth?
Everyone left on this island is a suspect, a lunatic, an idiot, or all three. I'm not in the mood for no idea.
Crime.
I pulled that number from your phone. You dialed it at midnight last night. Midnight last night is when the council were murdered.
Surely this is a
I'm
joke.
sorry, investigator, but I have no idea what that number is. Are you sure the phone records haven't been tampered with? There was no evidence of tampering. Records were accessed from your phone via the communications verification protocol at communication station 001A. Well, then there must be some mistake. A misdial,
I
perhaps?
don't like
Okay,
this.
sure. A butt dial when the council were murdered. What's the only explanation I can offer?
Sure.
You're hiding something, and I'm gonna find out what.
Why?
Why have you started taking calls in private?
What?
Why is this anyone's business? Are you hiding something? Plotting something?
Of course not.
Don't be ridiculous.
Why?
Why were you irritated to see Carmelina?
What?
Is that what she told you? I was surprised. It's unlike her to do a social call.
Why?
Why do you think she interpreted that as irritation?
Another sinner.
I believe she wanted to gloat about the perfect next island. I was in the mood to fawn over her achievements. We have different views on the rush to perfection.
Crime cannot hide.
Tell me about the moment the council died. I know you suffer from psychic death screams.
This island is full
Doom
of
Jazz
sinners.
can't be trusted with patient confidentiality around you. Yes, every time a person dies, I'm assailed by their psychic death scream echoing out into space. Doom Jazz prescribes me medication for it. Did you suffer from death scream trauma when they died? Yes, I was assailed by the psychic death screams of the council. Carmelina would have heard it. Or saw it. Saw or heard. Like the pain, at least. I was brought to my knees by the pain. Did you see the Grand Marshal last night? I spoke to her when she reported Henry's escape. Did not see her until the crisis meeting after the killer had been arrested. Kiko said she called you at the time of the murder.
This island is full
She
of
did, but something
sinners.
is troubling me about it. I'm seeking guidance from those of the stars about how to proceed. If I say anything, it may be misconstrued. I'm a professional. You can tell me anything. Let me ponder on it. Fuck. Did you see Yuri last night? He is secretary to the architect. Have you spoken to her? Did you experience a comms blackout last night from the reality folding drive burst? I didn't. When they have occurred before, they have always been hard to pinpoint. They don't affect the whole island. What do you know about the fourth holy seal? Nothing, Lady Love does. It's one of the council's secrets. Okay. A god told me you went and carved off some flesh. What's up with that?
Blasphemy!
Not your concern.
Prime is
I
repulsive.
vehemently disagree.
Of course not.
Fine.
Blasphemy!
The islands die and I want to know why. Demons come to us and rot our triumphs. Do gods attract them? Does keeping one on the island make demonic invasions more likely? Why carve his flesh? Seems like a sin. I needed to study it.
Are there gods
You can
that
feel the
in
cosmos when you look at the
esoteric
flesh of one of our lords. He is linked to the stars. Is he a magnet?
Oh.
What did you find? Nothing.
The gods are
The holiness of a lord should never have been questioned. Can I verify this is true?
the end times.
I conducted the research in private.
I have a bad feeling
I don't like the
about
sound of this witness. What do you know about the murder of Grace Bloodlines? Wasn't that case solved years ago? What do you know about the second Holy Seal? Nothing, Lady Love does. It's a mystery to everyone on the island. Didn't Jazz tell me you asked about overcoming Henry's inhibitors?
Are there gods work in esoteric ways?
The end of an island is endlessly fascinating. A symphony of finales, all hanging in the balance.
Surely this
Having a
is
demonically possessed prisoner is a significant risk. I needed to know everything there is to know. So you weren't trying to find out how to overcome them to help Henry
I
escape?
am still bathed in
Don't
the
be
glory of the
ridiculous.
gods.
How would that help our holy mission? Did you see the doctor last night? The doctor claimed to be in his clinic all night. Is there anything else you can tell me about Henry's movements?
This island is full of sinners.
What do you know about Henry's demonic possession 10 years ago?
Surely this is a joke.
Henry is a curse on us all. His possession 10 years ago condemned the island. There's nothing else to know. The dead zone is our reminder of his crime. May you fly with destroyed Eden,
The end times are
and may you reach the moon. Man, I'm really gonna have to go down to the dead zone.
Ha-
I'm gonna go to the beach and go down to the dead zone because there's something. If we're gonna like piece together like how Henry fits into this equation, we need evidence from the dead zone. And I intend to get it.
Fast travel unlocked. Download skins obtained.
Yeah, it seems like one of those things where like the syndicate, each of the syndicate that we know of that's still on the island had a piece in the murder, but there's one person overall who's the mastermind, I think. Yeah, that crimson acid skin.
ha- ha-
Nightmare computer.
Ah, here we are. I'm trying to find a safe spot in the fast travel. I think I see it. I see something. See relics.
Relic
16th
obtained.
Island sequence. A time for watching Crow's Circle.
Sure.
Logs obtained.
Witness has been entering this pretty regularly. Witness last entered 2 days ago.
The investigator.
Carmelina
is
hasn't been here for years. Well, this is cozy.
Sure.
There are crates that look like they could restrain something.
Got it.
This place is full of restraints and operating equipment. The restraints are all blessed, chains and holy crystals. The only reason you need these is if you're trying to contain something demonic.
Sure.
A demon was being held here. May the silent goat protect me.
That's strange.
This could be big. A hidden demonology bunker is a big secret. I need to find out if this is related to the case before I go knocking on doors. I don't want to rattle anyone unnecessarily. All right. I assume this device has something to do with studying demons. It seems to be some kind of high-powered microscope.
Got it.
A containment crate. These restraints are covered in holy wards. This could be used to hold a demon. Was someone storing a demon down here? This is used for tomography. I'm guessing it wasn't being used to see what's inside a demon. Is that it?
The investigator is here. Don't test me.
I think this is a chromatograph. I didn't really pay attention in that class. It was when Isaiah and I had started dating. Happier days. Hmm. Henry's apartment. Ground zero for the demonic invasion a decade ago.
Got it.
This is where the demon possessed him. He killed his mother and allegedly killed Gray's bloodlines. Demons spilled out and corrupted the island. This concrete sarcophagus was built to contain the spread. As soon as the demonic corruption took hold, it marked the beginning of the end for Island Sequence 24.
Sure.
What truths are contained within? A lot.
Sure.
A chalked out ritual circle. Presumably where Henry conducted the ritual that caused his possession.
Don't test me.
Chalk symbols, candles, and statues of gods. Can't beat the classics when you're conducting an illegal ritual.
I have a bad
The corpse of
feeling
Rena
about
Division.
this.
Henry's mother. He killed her via strangulation. Looks like the corpse was left here when the corruption happened. The area was evacuated. She had been decomposing for 10 years. No more evidence here. That's it for now. You'd think something would be on top of the building, but doesn't look like it. I hate when I can hear it, but can't see it.
Relic obtained.
A carving about the god dying from sadness, a sentient rock that drifted to Earth in the wake of the other gods, a despair philosopher.
Ha. Ha. Ha.
Something has been destroyed here. Starlight says there's nothing unusual here. Some metals, plastic, tinted glass, and fire-resistant fabric. No way to tell what it was.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
This is a whiskey distillery. It's in use, but the dead zone is supposed to be sealed. Has Sammy been making an illegal blend?
What the hell?
There's something odd here. This is a medical grade blood chiller designed to keep blood cold when it's being transported. There's an empty blood bottle inside. The label's been scratched off, but I can just make out a K as the first letter of the name.
Analyzing.
Blood not found. This bottle has been scrubbed clean. There's no trace of any
I
blood.
don't like this.
After being used, this was cleaned to remove evidence, but why keep it? Paranoia? No one comes into the dead zone, so it wouldn't be found. Helps incriminate others if this is unaccounted for. I need to find out what this is linked to. Just going to Sam about it with no context would make him clam up. Who do you think rules the world? The Syndicate? No, not our world. The real world. No, not that one either. What other world is there? The metaphorical world, the concept of world. You mean the gods? No. Yes, are they the only gods? Possibly. Possibly. Maybe. Definitely. Absolutely not. How can we say? How can we know? If you worry about that, you'll lose yourself. I don't want to lose myself. Good. It's easy to do.
Relic obtained.
There's a hatch. A secret tunnel into the dead zone. Someone's been naughty. Citizen housing. Okay.
Scene investigation.
Safe sealed by nightmare computer. Sam, say it ain't so.
Nightmare computer. Nightmare computer unlocked.
There's a lump of non-human flesh inside.
Nightmare computer. Nightmare computer unlocked.
Pile bunker gauntlets. These might come in handy. Sam has a safe locked by a nightmare computer. Seems excessive. There's a lump of flesh in here. Sure isn't human. I can feel the cosmos when I look at it. It looks like this has been carved off something. Is this flesh from Crying Grudge? Sam's still got a pair of pile bunker gauntlets kicking around.
Sure.
Once an assassin, always an assassin, I guess. They're well used. Looks like they've only one charge left in them. They'll probably come in handy. I'll borrow them for a bit.
Key item obtained.
Huh.
Blood crystal obtained.
So you can pick up while jumping. It's good. Oh, just go use the ladder. I'll get to you in a second, Shinji. More whiskey. Why do it? Why do what? The crime, the murder, the crime, the murder, the paradise killing. Reshape the world. When you pull a trigger or thrust a knife, the world branches. The old world is gone. It exists in history. And history is forgotten. The world is remade. Or reshaped. It depends. We all live in a new world after that. Taco, thank you so much for being a 3-month resident of the Velvet Room, and thank you so much for the continued support. Welcome back. Happy Friday. How you doing, Taco? The world must get reshaped a lot. More than you know. Oh, you're fine. Age for longer and specifically constructed crypts, tended to by self-professed ghouls. Their obsession took them and warped them. All they do is caress the barrels until it's time to bottle. I could really go for a cocktail.
How?
How'd you get into cocktails? When the bar closes, I hang out on the roof and down whatever is left. Cocktails are one of the few good things humans have
The
made.
investigator is here.
What's your favorite? I like a nice mojito. Lots of rum and mint.
I have a bad feeling
We should
about
stop this conversation. It's been so long since I had a mojito. Want to grab a few and watch the island die? No can do. Whatever. For Radiant Historia? Ooh. Nice.
Damn daybreak.
Want to tell me what a lump of flesh cut from a god is doing in a security safe in your storeroom?
What?
What flesh? Sammy.
I am under suspicion, LG.
I don't know what you're talking about, LD. Is someone trying to frame me? Did someone plant it there? Did you plant it there?
I don't like
Don't make this harder than it needs to be. I promise you, LD. She did say he would clam up. What's going on, Mal? How's your Friday going?
Those crystals obtained.
A time to cut the air. A time for monolithic cities. A time for blood. A time for psychosis.
That's strange.
That was weird. Okay, for the first time, I'm talking to Lydia.
Fast travel unlocked. Starlight skins obtained. Lydia daybreak.
You buying this Henry story?
Come on, LD.
I hope it's him, LD. If it was one of us, the syndicate could collapse. Akiko-chan found him at the scene. He had a knife and the Vic's blood, right? That paints a pretty convincing picture. Maybe it's a little too convincing.
Why?
You think something else is going on, LD? I don't, but I have to check.
The investigator
A
is here.
demon-possessed citizen. The grudge makes this a nice, simple case. Nice. Did you have any problems with the council? Nope. Me and Sammy are just living our lives, LD. Not into the politics and scheming on the island.
Don't test me.
What about the rest of the syndicate? Anyone come to mind that has a grudge against the
If
council?
you can prove it, sure.
This is a dark line of questioning, LD.
The island feels bad.
If people
LD.
find out I said anything, I'll get a target on me. You're an ex-assassin that's cooperating with the lead investigator. You'll be fine. I need your help, Lydia. I've been gone so long. Things are weird on this
The
island.
island feels
You're telling
bad,
me.
LD.
Okay, because it's you. I've started to worry about a couple of people.
Huh?
Yuri's up to no good.
What's it?
What makes you say that? Well, we'll get into that later. Carmelita's the other one.
That's weird.
The architect.
The
Why?
island feels bad.
Gut feeling, LD. Where were you at the time of the murder? Sammy had packed up his bar, so I picked him up. It was his turn to go through the Paradise Gates to the next island. I took him over there, but before we could go through, they locked in response to the murder. Will the logs at the gate confirm this? Should do. We started the warm-up procedure, but then it shut down.
Sure.
What's the deal with the warm-up procedure? You can't just walk through the Paradise Gates. They're connected to another reality. It takes a lot of power to move between different realities. Sorry. And it's a complicated procedure. The gates need some time to draw enough power in due to calculations to get you to the next island. How's that different to just driving around the island? We're not hopping between realities on the island, so we can just cruise.
Oh, I'm glad to be
Just a
back.
bit of single reality driving, huh?
Right on, LD.
You got it. Holler at me anytime you want to go for a cruise, LD. I have to ask about this, Lydia. Do you have a motive for killing the council? I get it, LD, just doing your job. Nah, me and Sammy haven't got a reason to hit the syndicate like this.
Sure.
You're happy here?
I'm messing with
As
you.
anyone can be. I'm writing lyrics, Lydia?
What?
What do you mean,
The
LD?
investigator is here.
I found these lyrics in a bottle.
Come on, LD.
No way, that's embarrassing. Should have known the tide around this island was junk. Assume they have some meaning?
I'm messing with you.
Never ask a songwriter about their lyrics, LD. If you can't intuit the meaning, you weren't meant to know. Let's talk about your suspicions about Carmelina. Carm's a genius, LD. The next island will probably be perfect. She'll crafted a masterpiece.
Come on, LD.
You probably heard people talking about Montserrat. He's getting paranoid. He's getting arrogant.
Complicated.
For some people, honing their craft is enough. Others need rewards. I don't know if Montserrat was in the credit-giving frame of mind.
That's weird.
A slighted genius? Maybe. Has Yuri got motive for killing the council?
Damn it, LD.
He's ambitious and wants power.
What the hell are you talking about?
He hasn't earned it enough. Unearned power is bad news, LD.
If you can prove it, sure.
He used to be small time, a shitty little kid, but one day he got buff. One day?
Why?
Yeah, it was weird. Almost overnight, he became handsome, had six-pack abs, and started to be charming.
Huh?
His charm's fake, though. He's trying to get his own way all the time. Be careful with him. He's been trying to push his own agenda on the council, but it's never gone well. Montserrat was fixed on his plan. Yuri wasn't going to push him around. Got a bad feeling about him a while back and pulled some records from the Moon database. Here, take them. Try asking Sammy as well. People get loose-lipped in a bar. What can you tell me about Yuri and what he was doing last
Good
night?
talk, LD.
I was talking with him all night. He's my handler for pickups. Pickups?
Right on,
You know, LD, to move to the next island. The islands exist in separate pockets of reality, so we can't just hop on a boat trip over there. We have to go through the Paradise Gates, get our trans-dimensional travel on. Masahiro Heavy Industries built this car to do it. It's the only thing on the island that can go through the gates, and I'm the ferrywoman. On a night an island ends, I wait for syndicate members to report to Yuri that they're done with their duties. Yuri calls me and arranges a pickup. I grabbed him and took him through the gates to the new island.
Sure.
You were in contact with him all night?
Complicated.
Well, there was a time when I couldn't contact him. When we got to the Paradise Gates, I checked in with him to confirm the warm-up sequence. Sorry, but I couldn't get through to him.
What
Something
the hell?
lines up. Any idea why? Is it unusual?
Damn it, LD.
It has happened a couple times before. Reality folding drive sometimes causes it. Just odd it happened last night of all nights. I checked his phone records at a comms tower. His phone went dark last night.
Come on, LD.
Think he was up to something? It's one of the possible truths. What do you know about a second holy seal? Here we go. It's a secret, LD. I've never been through that big door in the council building. What are your tire tracks doing up on the cliff overlooking the obelisk?
Why?
What do you want to know, LD? They hold the secret to the second holy seal, and I found tire tracks putting you there.
I'm glad you're back, LD.
LD, I go all over the island. It's a nice view there. So you didn't go there to access the obelisk? Nope. What's going on with the message Witness sent you with the key for the beach obelisk?
What?
What message, LD?
Got it.
The Moon database has a backup of your tablet. There's a message from Witness to file attached as the key to using the obelisk.
Huh?
Is that what that was? I got a message in as soon as the mail client opened, crashed out, and the tablet died. The tablet was straight dead after that. Did you take it to get looked at? No, LD, it was a few days ago. We all get new tablets on the next island, and my phone still worked, so I can still do my job. That's your statement? Sure is, LD. I don't know about the file or keyword, whatever it was. Do you often like to dress up in space helmets? What are you talking about, LD?
Ooh, the
I found a space helmet that smells of your perfume.
What are you talking about?
A space
LD?
helmet? Why is that on the island? You need one to get through the second holy seal. Did you use it to go through the seal? I've never seen a space helmet, never mind wore one.
Crime cannot hide.
And why does it smell of your perfume?
Complicated.
No idea, LD. Someone planted it as evidence? You said your perfume is a unique blend only you know the recipe for. How could someone else have planted it? Sorry, I can't help you, LD. Oh, fuck, we're getting nowhere. What do you know about KHX's disappearance? Haven't seen him in a while, LD. Was hoping he'd turn up on my list of pickups last night. I thought he was just taking some time out, but he'd be ready to go to the next island.
Come on, LD.
I guess something bad happened. Have you poked around this place in the mountain? I'm just gonna go through all of these just in case you know something.
I'm glad you're back, LD. It's complicated. What are you talking about, LD? Weird.
Nothing. Henry caused the demons to corrupt this island, LD. You see the Dead Zone? It's a nightmare rift we're not allowed into. If you're looking for more answers, try in there. All right. May your specter gaze upon a star, and may you reach the moon. Got a lot of questions to answer. Kafka Memory. Kafka Memory was a founding member of the Syndicate and conceived a plan to mass abduct citizens from the real world and bring them to the island, forcing them to worship the gods. A cold-hearted man that grew increasingly introverted over the millennia, victim of last night's council massacre. So maybe it's not for KHX, it may be for Kafka Memory. So speaking of KHX, you know what? I'll go ahead and go see my good friend Crimson. Hi, Shinji. Are you glad to be back, Love Dies? Investigation to end all investigations, the biggest crime of all. I envy you. I love a purpose, a noble cause, a vocation. There's nothing noble about you, Shinji. Hey, I'm not the one that got deceived by a god and nearly let him wipe the Syndicate out. Watch your mouth. I'm expecting big things from you, Love Dies. Those are just the names. Sam, Lydia Daybreak, Lady Love Dies, Yuri Knight. Crimson Acid.
Crimson Acid.
I found a tuft of your hair in KHX's workshop. And
Is this a fact?
that puts you at the scene
or
of a
truth?
disappearance. Come on, lady. You know that doesn't prove anything. We need to talk, Acid.
Secrets are
You never call me Acid.
Crime cannot
Why was
hide.
KHX accusing you of stealing the key to the second Holy Seal?
We're in a dark time.
Shit.
Crime is repulsive.
This makes you a prime suspect. Spill it.
Doesn't add up.
I promise I didn't kill the council. I need you to know that.
I don't like this.
Get on with it. The Holy Seals are the holy grails of secret hunters. They're so locked down and under wraps.
What?
I was losing sleep each night thinking about them. I knew KHX designed the second Holy Seal, so I started talking to him. Also knew he was obsessed with me.
Ah,
Obsessed?
Who knows?
More than I expected. Thought he was just horny for me. It got into his head that if we achieved perfection on the next island, he'd ascend to heaven.
paradise feels wrong.
His diary called you his queen in the astral heaven. Good snooping, lady. Since I'm blessed by the gods, he coveted me as a trophy queen.
We're in a dark time.
The guy was out of his mind.
Got it.
You keep using the past tense. I'm not stupid. The council got on the bad side of a killer and the person who designed part of their security is missing. He's either dead or he might as well be.
The facts and the
Did you
truth
do it?
are-
Please. Even if he was going to squill the Montserrat, I talked him down. I strung him along in a relationship. I could persuade him to do almost anything, except give you the secret to the second Holy Seal. There was a data key he guarded. I took it and made a copy. How'd you copy it?
Hey,
You ask a lot of questions.
don't be coy.
Someone in Masahiro Heavy Industries owe me a favor. That favor was an hour in one of their high-end computer labs. It turned out to be a heavily encrypted digital key on a flash drive. I put the key back in his workshop, apologized profusely, did something to take his mind off of it.
The investigator is
Did you
here.
use the key?
Honey,
No. I know where and how, though. Oh shit. Controller's dying. The obelisk on the beach. The key works on them.
The investigator is here.
And that's the second seal secret? No, there's more, but I don't know what. Why didn't you use the key?
What do you mean?
Bad vibes, lady. I can feel it in the air. Things were happening on the island.
When love dies,
It still makes you...
all that remains.
That still makes you a suspect, Crimson. I know.
Sure.
Yuri's got some things to say about you. I bet he does. He isn't my biggest fan. He says you want to be a soldier again. Says you want to be in the
We're in
marshals.
a dark time.
How'd you two start talking about
Got
that?
it.
Asking around about motives.
Secrets breed
And he thinks
mystery.
that's enough to be my motive? I'd kill the council just to try and get to be a marshal? Are you denying it? No, it's true. Lady, do you really think it's motive for mass murder? It sounds tenuous to me. I'm glad you said that. I was sure the snake's getting to you.
I have my way.
It's no secret I want out of a life forced on me. I would love to be a soldier again.
Weird.
It has to be done the right way, though, not through mass murder. What do you know about the second holy seal? Only what I told you before. I got the key, but I don't know what's behind the seal or what the secret is. What do you know about Lydia and Sam?
Business is business.
Sure. One,
Thank you.
I know about their last job.
That's weird.
What last job? Back in the day, Lydia told you that after she met Sam, they left the world of assassination for good, right? Isn't that easy? Once you're in that world, you're bound to it until you fulfill all your
Don't
duties.
be coy.
An assassin is the most effective tool in the world. All tools have owners. In order to leave their old life behind, Lydia's former master had her do one last job.
Business is
She had to
business.
destabilize the government in Europe. Several dead officials allowed for a regime change. Why didn't she tell me this? We've been friends for millennia. She's ashamed. They vowed to end the killing. Sam helped her do the job. They were in it together. It's not as romantic as the story they told everyone, is it? Always be suspicious of romantic stories, lady. Life doesn't work like that.
Got it.
Is this what the council murder is? A regime change?
Good work.
Who can say? Was it revenge? A crime of passion? Regime change? You got some investigating to do. What do you have on Doom Jazz? Three. He knows the original secret.
Thank you.
Before the first island during the Great Betrayal, Montserrat made a mistake that got Doom Jazz's father killed. This was before you joined up with the Syndicate. He was our original military general, a legendary soldier. I always heard rumors about him before I joined the Syndicate. There weren't many humans that the gods feared, but he was one of them. When the Syndicate fled to the first island, Montserrat made a stupid call to investigate a tomb that was supposed to contain a heavenly weapon.
I have my way.
He was wrong. There was nothing there. Doom Jazz's father attempted to hold off the pursuing armies during Montserrat's folly. It was too much. Our pursuers broke through and killed half of the Syndicate before we got away.
That's strange.
The incident was struck from history, but some of the existing council members know about it. Ice Kwame likes to talk when he's had a drink, and Doom Jazz was his closest friend. He let the secret slip.
That's weird.
Ice Kwame had some skeletons in his closet. He got found out, and X Island was going to be a bad time for him. He took his own life a few years ago. They've been friends since the Great Betrayal, hadn't they? Ice got Doom Jazz out of the torture chamber where he lost his arms. Doom Jazz refused to give up his medical studying even as the haunted ziggurat in Scotland was besieged. He was captured, tortured, and fled after Ice broke him out. They were late in joining up with the Syndicate, and Doom Jazz missed his father's death. By that time, it had been covered up. Do you know anything about One Last Kiss? Is that her name? She's good at hiding herself, but I've seen her. Do you know who she is? I figure it's some kind of spirit. I don't know who she was in her former life, though. What do you know about the murder of Grace bloodlines? Ah, that makes sense.
Good work.
I've got something good. Are you buying?
Good.
Okay. Do you think it's strange that Carmelina went to the exorcism?
Sure.
Seems like a dangerous situation for the architect. Very. There was a reason though, excuse me. Some syndicate members use encryption on messages to each other. There's a lot of politics and scheming on the islands after all. I monitor any communication that I can. Network traffic is mostly boring, but sometimes someone forgets to encrypt something. While Carmelina was heading to Henry's apartment with Grace, she messaged Akiko, told her to step out of the room while Grace was doing the exorcism. Huh. Her so-called lapse in procedure was planned? Sure was, lady. Sounds like a plot to me.
I have a bad feeling about
Homework
this.
is never done.
Got it.
You got a copy of this message? Uh-huh. They realized the mistake and scrubbed their phones afterwards, so don't expect to be able to confirm this with their phones. Besides, it was 10 years ago. Everyone's got a Masahiro upgrade since then. I mean, we paid for everybody else's motive. Might as well play for witnesses. You know why witnesses would want to kill the council?
Thank you.
One, that's
Good
fine.
work.
I know Witness was growing to despise Montserrat.
Don't be coy.
Montserrat was tightening his grip on us all. Montserrat was getting into paranoia, worried about his precious, perfect island. History was repeating. The island was shrouded in fear. We'd all grown complacent and happy in our freedoms. Montserrat had always been building towards a perfect island and a perfect syndicate. As you know, the syndicate was formed with the goal of resurrecting our gods. 24 islands in, and we weren't doing a good job. Almost all the pyramids out in the ocean sit empty. Montserrat didn't care though. He decided that was step 2. Step 1? Step 1 was the syndicate? Our efforts have always been divided between resurrecting the gods and improving the islands. If Montserrat could make the syndicate perfect, we can give our full attention to the gods. Why wouldn't Witness want to go along with that? You've been gone a while. Montserrat changed, so did Witness. Witness didn't trust Montserrat at all.
Ooh, the investigator.
Has Witness been
is here.
deceived by a god? Not that I'm aware of. Never had that suspicion. I think it's just some self-radicalization.
Thank you.
He slipped further and further into worship and fear of the astral masters. You don't need to be deceived into being a servant when you got a healthy dose of the end of times fear in you.
What the hell?
So Witness murders the council to put the fear of the gods into them and refocus the syndicate on our holy mission. I'm not saying that's what happened, but if you want to pin a motive on Witness, that's what I'd go with. Witness believes we're heading for the end times. How can we have end times if our gods are dead or dormant? Only a handful of gods came to Earth. The rest of them are out there. The gods are self-serving morons. They never looked out for their own kind.
Secrets breed mysteries.
Take it up with Witness. Have no time for religious debates. Any idea how I could track down a phone number?
Good work.
I have my ways. I can run a search for you. There's a service charge, of course. Yeah, we're gonna pay for it. Thanks, lady. What's the number? 833-2112-ES9116RD. Let's see. Nothing. The number isn't registered to a phone on the island. Are there unregistered phones? No, Masahiro controls the phone output. Everything is registered. I have a back door into her system, so I can scope the numbers. Is there anything else that could have a number attached to it? Not a clue. Gonna need to go looking. Well, that turned up nothing. What's going on, Brielle? How you doing?
I have my ways. Nice doing business with you.
Nice.
Who knows?
Henry's possession worries me. Nothing has surfaced about it. It's either as they say or someone's keeping it a secret. How do you get the knowledge to communicate with the gods? The library in HQ is full of forbidden grimoires.
Thank you.
Huh. Time to uncover some asses. Let's go.
Business is business.
Tell me about your blessing. The 19th Island incident? It was a weird island from the beginning. Strange feeling in the air, like it was a powder keg waiting to go. About 2 centuries into the demonic invasion happened. Think it was a setup?
What?
You mean by the syndicate? Conspiracy? I don't think so. We discovered an Eden cult in the apartments. It convinced themselves a passing comet was the god. They were amateurs but managed to reach out into space. Demons flooded in. How does this keep happening? Why don't we ever manage to prevent this? Try as you might, you can't stop insurrection in a society. The syndicate never learned. If you mass abduct the population and enslave them, they're gonna act out. That's the secret to Perfect 25. Carmelina and Masahiro came up with psychic retardant material for the buildings. You're never gonna stop citizens reaching out to the gods. The islands have to be able to withstand it. So you fought the fight and got
Don't
blessed.
be coy.
Not just a pretty face, lady. Akiko and her marshals were pinned down at the temple. I held the line at the council building. Akiko's never forgiven me, so she was convinced the demon general would go for the temple. I believe otherwise.
Thank you.
After the battle, the gods blessed me and I got this new head. Story time's over, lady. Be glad I didn't charge you for this. Go save paradise instead of hanging around in the sewer. I'll be back for another story. May your journey be endless. And may you reach the moon. Yep, she just told her story. Yep, she's a broker. There has to be a ladder. Or stairs. That works too.
Blood crystal obtained. Blood crystal obtained.
Definitely need more blood crystals. I guess we should go back and talk to Akiko. Because Akiko's definitely got some explaining to do. And all we're gonna get is an Honora Cheeto for our troubles.
Fast travel unlocked. Starlight skins obtained. Grand Marshal Akiko 14.
Where did you say you were when you phoned witness?
Do you want to die?
You make my life unbearable.
Don't
I'm just trying to find the truth.
You're trying to find the wrong truth.
I called him as I left the desolation cell.
The facts and the truth.
Well, I've been able to
are
access
not
your phone
the same.
records. They say you were elsewhere.
Nenorochito.
Where?
When love dies.
Why don't you tell me
all
where
that
you really
remains
were?
are the facts.
I was here. How did you access that data? Running witness's phone through a comms tower.
Prost.
You tried to backtrace the position of an encrypted phone through a comms tower? Of course the location is different. Encryption bounces the signal around.
Sure.
I'll take your word for it. During Henry's exorcism 10 years ago, you left Grace's bloodlines alone with him.
Touch. Draco
Why are we talking about this? Why are we talking about this, Norachito? How does this relate to the council murder?
Sure.
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Pull up.
Yes, I made a mistake.
Got it.
There seems to be a pattern. Heat on the street is that you're trying to expand the responsibilities of the marshals. You wanted to fold exorcism into the duties of the marshals.
Paradise feels.
Sure would be helpful if the demonic threat killed our exorcist.
Nenorochito.
I should kill you for that accusation. What can you tell me about the demonic sigils on Grace's body?
Draco.
The same found on Henry's mother.
Sure.
I've been told they weren't. Rena Division signals were scorched onto her by sustained close proximity to Henry. Braces were carved into her flesh. Had you proof to Norachito? No solid proof, just a good bit of testimony. Were you carrying a blade when you arrested Henry? Of course, I always carry my sword and combat knife. Did you find a blade on Henry when you arrested him or after he killed Grace? No. So how did the sigils get carved into her body? No idea, Norachito. Demons? Thanks for the insight, Akiko. Tell me about the message you got from Carmelina on the day of Henry's exorcism. What message?
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Carmelina sent you a message telling you to leave Grace alone with Henry.
Nenorochito.
No, she didn't. I have a copy of the message right here. Someone's giving you false evidence, Norachito. The architect was there that day, but she didn't tell me to do anything. She doesn't have authority over me.
Crime
Then why'd you step out of the room? I consider the scene and prisoner secure. I need to make sure that the architect was safe. Corrupted areas are full of danger. Does your relationship with Captain Voth have anything to do with this?
The investigator
An
is
illicit
here.
relationship that got found out would be punishable. I'll kill you.
Don't test me.
Careful.
Paradise feels wrong.
You've been asking for the marshals to have been inducted, haven't you? It's a reasonable request. We guard these lands. But you've been denied. What if there's an incident that prompted the council to reconsider? Crime to end all crimes on the eve of Perfect 25, for example. I admire you, Norachito. You believe so fully in all sorts of little stories and fantasies. It must be nice to be being so credulous, undaunted by the world.
Got it.
Is that a denial then? Of course. You were found out. You're going to be punished next island for your relationships with your marshals. That gives you a clear motive. Kill the council to protect yourself. Which means you're full of shit. You don't know anything. I live by the rules. I'm a woman of honor. We'll see about that. What about you wanting to expand the roles of marshals? Where have you pulled that from?
Crime is repulsive.
You want to exercise them to be a marshal role. It makes sense. We hunt them. You might as well do the next step.
I have a bad feeling
Sounds to me
about
you're
this.
making a land grab to boost the importance of the marshals. Leave what you want, Norachito. Huh. Tell me about why your necklace is in KHX's workshop. You think you stumbled onto something, don't you, Norachito?
Nenorochito.
Got me at the scene of a crime? We never said there was a crime. Did we? We know that KHX disappeared. We never said there was a crime for that. No, we didn't. We have not said murder. We have not said he's dead. Everybody seems to think he's disappeared. Only we know that he's dead. We never said anything. KHX made my necklace and it broken a while ago. I took it to him to get repaired before the end of the island. When was this? About a month ago. When he went missing, I accepted that fate decided that the necklace wasn't supposed to go to the next island. It's important to let things go. So you have been to his workshop in the last few days. There are slightly more important things to do at the end of an island. Okay. Okay, Akiko.
Nanny, the hell?
What does it matter?
I don't like this.
Nenorachito, you're out of your mind. That's a lie, Nenorachito.
Did you see the doctor last night? I told you, he came to examine Henry after we found the lava Jew.
Sure.
That was after the murder. Did you see him before? No, I was busy. Do you know about a backdoor in Doom Jazz's clinic? He bought the power grid down a few years ago. When I came back online, the computer blew out.
Pull up.
He was ordered to get the door fixed, but he never did.
That's strange.
How did he bring down the power? The reality folding drive kicks out an unfathomable amount of power, but the grid is fragile. A fine balance is maintained. The doctor tapped into the HQ's grid for some tests he was doing that needed extra juice. There are official channels to go through to get extra power, but he doesn't care. When he gets excited about something, the syndicate moves too slowly for him. When he fired up his equipment, the HQ's grid went down. It came back up. A number of systems blew out. It caused chaos. Why wasn't he forced to get a computer fixed?
Rahat.
He has a lot of visitors and likes secrecy. That Pula wasn't in any rush. He smooth-talked his way out of it. Did you see Yuri last night? No, I didn't, Nenorachito. You're gonna stop calling me Nenorachito. Did you see Lydia and Sam last night? Happy couple. I didn't see the happy couple. They're not. All right, while we're here, if Henry escaped, this is where he started from, or in Akiko. I can measure the time it took if I find his end spot. Hold on. Well, we know the bar has exploded. We know that. Let's talk to Henry.
Henry Division.
You've got a lock safe in your apartment. Can I get into it?
I'm shocked.
Get
Stunned.
fucked, investigator. What can you tell me about the murder of Grace Bloodlines? I killed her, didn't I? You were found guilty of it. Then why the fuck are we talking? You know I did it.
The facts and the truth.
A guilty
are
conviction
not
and the truth
same.
are a guilty conviction and the truth are not the same thing.
I must be the bad guy, right?
If I'm the suspect in so many crimes, I must be the bad guy, right? That's what I'm here to find out. Of course I saw her. She's supposed to execute me, right? I don't remember a fucking thing, but that's what's supposed to happen, right? Henry, did you go through the second holy seal? The what?
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Did you go to a plateau on a barely known planet in space to get to the council last night?
Of course!
Can you even hear yourself? What the fuck does any of that mean? No memory. You're beginning to get it. Did you see the doctor last night? How should I know? What do you know about the fourth holy seal?
What?
The fuck is that? Uninterested. Get with the program. I have no memory. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What now?
That's it.
What's it like living as a citizen on the islands? Just swell. Non-stop praying and working. You were in school when you were possessed. We all get an education. Most of us don't need it. We're just gonna be put to work down in the caverns. Some get cushy office jobs, but the rest of us slave away. Maybe you fucks would resurrect your gods faster if any of us gave a shit. Kidnapping and enslaving people really isn't the way to get a crowd enthused about the prospect of reviving monsters from the other side of the cosmos. Whatever. Okay, so we can measure the time. In that spot. Yeah, he's still a relationship increase. He's a total dick, but he still gets something out of him.
The investigator is here.
Analyzing.
Got it.
All right. should be deep within the council building.
Ha.
On travel unlocked. Storage in the space.
Well, this is the only thing we haven't examined. This is the murder weapon Henry was found with. Looks like a combat knife. Clean blade, but covered in blood. Starlight can run the blood.
Analyzing.
Got it.
All the blood on here is from the council members. There are 2 other blood samples here, presumably from the dead marshals up ahead.
Analyzing.
Oh. Sure.
The missing piece, where Henry was found by the marshals. Kiko claims he broke free at 23:52 and was found at 12:03.
Processing.
That's strange.
The distance and times don't match up.
That's weird.
He couldn't have broken free, made it to the penthouse, breached all 4 holy seals, killed the council, and got back to the penthouse entrance to be found by Akiko. Be found in the time Akiko claims. The first holy seal protecting the council building is a pair of 2 high-ranking martial guards.
Crime is repulsive.
They were killed last night by whoever breached the council building. Time to find some evidence.
Scene investigation.
There are ragged gashes across the throats of each soldier. The cuts were done with a blade, but not a perfect one. Nicks or damage on the blade probably caused the messy cuts. And the sigils. They're symbols drawn in blood. They're demonic glyphs from a cosmic language I don't recognize. These are the martial guards that formed the first of the holy seals. High-ranking marshals that were supposed to shield the council from attack.
Sure.
They were in someone's way. Okay, let's run the blood.
What the hell?
Is this right? These aren't marshals.
The facts and the truth
I don't know
are
who
not the same.
they are, but this blood doesn't match ones on record for the marshals assigned to guard duty.
What the hell?
Have they been bloody swapped? Have they been body swapped? Is Starlight wrong? This blood matches the blood on the knife, so either this knife was used or it's been set up to look like it was.
I don't like this.
They both had their throats cut. Citizens? I can only think of like random citizens. The lacerations are ragged.
I need to investigate.
This is probably done with a damaged blade.
The investigator is here.
There are marks drawn in the blood.
Analyzing.
Got it.
The blood matches the blood of the dead bodies. Looks like they've been daubed with the finger.
Sure.
Maybe some kind of ritualistic marking.
Is this a fact or a truth?
Henry has demonic symbols burned to his skin as a result of his possession. This could indicate he was here.
Who killed the Holy Seal Marshals?
The first holy seal that protects the council is made up of 2 high-ranking God Justice Marshals. Fearsome warriors trained to neutralize potential threats to the council. Who killed them and how? 3 holy pyramid charms, the gods, the syndicate, the citizens. I need more blood
Body
crystals.
level unlocked. Starlight skins obtained.
You ever been to space, Love
The
Dies?
investigator
Always
is
wanted
here.
to. I hear the moon's nice and quiet. Well, strap in. Beyond that door is space.
Ooh, the
Is that a metaphor or
investigator is
something?
here.
Nah, just hardcore space. This is the second holy seal. It's a rock floating through space. You know, the cosmos.
What the hell?
The second holy seal's behind that door? Are you even listening? Yeah. The one of the safeguards that Killer got through. Gotta find a solution to the puzzle on the plateau to get the rest of the building.
How?
How do you know about the second seal? Space has a stench. It's full of cosmic horror and existential nightmares. I can smell it. And the puzzle? I came to this island through a psychic corridor in space. I got a feel for these things. You could just solve the puzzle without any hints? Sure, why not? Imagine you put a rock in an empty drink can. You could turn the can and feel the rock move. You could shake it and feel it. Learn how the rock moves, and without seeing it, you can work out how to get it out of the opening, right? It's like that, but the rock is a dumb puzzle designed by someone who thinks they're more clever than they are, and the can is space. So I can just feel my way through it? Huh, no, you aren't attuned. You're not from space. You can't feel the rock, or the can. Speaking of cans,
How?
how am I supposed to get through this puzzle then? Are you kidding me? You're an investigation freak, aren't you? That's what everyone says, right? Investigate. Do you think there's anyone else on the island that knows about the seal? Someone that knows about space? Prime suspect is that Henry guy, right? If he got through here, it might be because of the demon inside of him feeling its way through.
How?
How likely is that? Hell, I don't know. How likely is anything? If you're asking me to place a bet on it, I'd say it's good odds a demon that came here on a psychic pathway would find their way through. Like you? Yeah, like me. But, and this is key, it'd need to be one that has the strength. I'm too weak. Henry's demon's got a host, though.
How?
How could Henry survive on a rock in space? With great difficulty, I'd say. The demon inside of him probably kept his body together. Stopped his organs being sucked out of his ears. We're accepting Shinji's testimony now? Convenient. What do you mean? Well, Henry and his demon suddenly got the bright idea to murder the council without any forewarning of what the seals are. It's convenient that his demon just so happened to be able to keep Henry alive in the depths of space. You're really hot when you're suspicious, you know. By the way, I got a present for you. You're gonna need some help if you're going into space.
Strange.
Space helmet? Figured you want to breathe and keep your insides in your body.
Where?
Where'd you get this? I was fucking around here this morning. It's behind one of those planters. Looked like someone dumped it,
Sure.
meaning someone had used it to go through the seal. Why are you asking me? Get your investigation freak on. I added some heart stickers to it. Makes it yours, don't you think? Which planter did you find it behind? The one with the statue. Never mind that. Focus on the big picture. You're about to go to space. Have you been in there? Are you listening? My body's too frail. I'm too weak to leave the island.
Got it.
Aren't you worried about what happens when this island ends? How I'll blink out of existence? If I spent all my time worrying about trivial shit like that, I'd have no time to think about us.
That's weird.
Us? Yeah, maybe after you say this dump, you and I can take a long walk on the beach before...
I don't like this.
Let's talk about this another time, Shinji. And by another time, I mean not in this lifetime. Whatever.
Key item obtained.
It has seen better days and is an old model, but allows the wearer to traverse space.
That's a lot of damage.
This is where Shinji said he found the space helmet. Pink petals.
The investigator is here.
There aren't any flowers around here, so where'd they come from? Who wears a hat with pink flowers?
The investigator is here.
Sure.
This is a maintenance hatch for the council building.
That's
Looks like
weird.
it has been opened. The anti-temper seals are cut and the grate's been pried open. Need a thin tool to open this.
Sure.
There's scrape marks going into the access hole as well.
I need to investigate.
Was something manhandled through here?
Blood crystals obtained.
But why bring something up here? Unless... Yeah, I don't see a reason to bring something up here. Where would it be taken? Yeah, I'm seeing no reason to be out here. Yeah, very, very steep fall. Nice view. Squeegee, thank you so much for the host and raid. Of course, Marge, thank you, and welcome everyone from Squeegee's channel to the Velvet Room. We're trying to solve us a murder. No usual stuff. How's your Friday going, Squeegee? What's going on, Vamp? How you doing? Leads up. Where am I at? If I can climb that, I would. I don't think I can make the jump. Okay. So all I got is that it leads out here, but no real destination or anything. What's going on, Pook? How you doing? How's your Friday going? New emotes and everything. Ooh, the new for you. Nice. It's going well. Trying to get my investigation freak on. Dio, thank you so much for being a 2-year resident of the Velvet Room. 24 months of solving mysteries and talking barbecue and making it and eating it. And Pook, welcome back. Thank you, Zaris, for getting Pook a sub. Welcome back. Yeah, it's more... This murder mystery is more metaphysical, supernatural, I guess you could say. Gods, demons, humans, and we gotta figure this shit out. We're going into space. Oh, really? Really? So you've heard through the grapevine. Or that. Yeah, I want to be a part of something. These looks like the symbols I activated on the beach. If I remember it correctly, the pattern was scholar. Okay, remember this: scholar, snake, bull, bird. Oh, easy to remember. That's it. You must have unlocked something. This was designed to safeguard against random attempts to crack the code. Is Shinji right? Did the demon possessing Henry feel its way through? One Last Kiss was our exorcist. She might be able to help. There's got to be something out in space. Yeah, seeing if anything's out here. Nope, doesn't look like it. All right. Okay, another building. The third holy seal. It looks like a blood lock. Starlight can take a look.
Analyzing.
Got it.
A blood lock holding the council blood. Eyes Kawami.
Analyzing.
All the council. Expected. This lock has hardly been used since the start of the island. There's only a few instances of logins over the centuries. Every time the lock has been opened, it's been as a group, the entire council. No exceptions except recently. There are two anomalies here.
That's weird.
There's an unknown blood sample that logged in last night after all the council had been entered meditation.
Analyzing.
I don't like this.
Starlight doesn't recognize it. An unknown individual with council blood came through the lock last night while the council were meditating. How do we have an unknown suspect with council blood? Who else entered the hallowed ground?
Analyzing.
What the hell?
Henry's blood was used on his lock last night. Does that put him at the scene? Henry's father was Ais Kawami, a council member. That gives him council blood if he need to open this blood lock.
Sure.
And when the council's logged in 2 days ago, stayed there a few minutes and left. Kafka memory. So the K in the blood vial that was in the blood fridge was Kafka memory. And that's what I thought. I don't think it was KHX. What was he doing here without the rest of the council? The blood chiller Sam had hidden in his distillery had a blood sample bottle with the letter K on it. The bottle was scrubbed clean, but it could very well be Kafka memory's blood. If it was, that means Sam used it 2 days ago to open this blood lock. Was he setting up the crime? I need to check with Doom Jazz. Maybe a sample's missing.
You open the third seal.
I guess this is the fourth holy seal.
Got it.
What's the deal? There's a data port. Starlight might find something. Dataport OS, Syndicate OS Black Planet version.
Handshaking.
Interfacing, handshaking, authenticating. Welcome to Syndicate OS Black Planet. To deactivate fourth holy seal barrier, please become godlike.
Nanny, the hell?
Barrier? The barrier's freaking out.
That's weird.
Become godlike. Please present godliness to bioscanner. It's checking to see if someone's biologically godlike? Error, 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 error. Fourth holy seal is non-responsive. System has suffered a critical failure. Please reboot system. Leader Montserrat authorization required.
What the hell?
The fourth holy seal is toast. Whatever happened last night did a number on it. People have been using crying grudges flesh to pass through the barrier. But how did Henry get through the seal?
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Handshaking.
What the hell? That's strange. Sure.
Counselor make an origin. Cause of death is a slash across the throat. May the silent goat walk with you in all the cosmic heavens. Everyone has been sliced up with a blade. The lacerations are all clean.
The investigator is
They
here.
were done with a sharp, perfect blade. They don't have any skin cells under their fingers. They were killed before they knew what was happening. Counselor Leon Disaster. Cause of death appears to be a blade taking off the front of his scalp, slicing through his brain. May the silent goat walk with you in all the cosmic heavens. Counselor Fine Stranger. Cause of death is nearly being decapitated by a laceration across his throat. May the silent goat walk with you in all the cosmic heavens. Leader Montserrat. Cause of death is a sliced windpipe and artery. There's a gun lying next to him. There's a strange pendant around his neck. May the silent goat walk with you in all the cosmic heavens.
That's strange.
I didn't expect to find a dead killer demon inside the council's penthouse. It's been shot in the head. The bullet's stuck in the skull.
Sure.
It's a Fukata round, a high-powered bullet. There's a gun lying next to Leader Montserrat. There are hellish claws on its arms like knives. They're perfect as well. Claws are covered in blood. Starlight can run the blood.
Analyzing.
The investigator is here.
Several council members. The council were all killed with a perfect blade. This thing's claws could have done it.
What the hell?
What the hell's this thing doing here? Does this have anything to do with Henry? He let demons onto the island.
Sure.
Shinji's on the island, so the marshals definitely didn't catch them all. If the marshals missed Shinji, did they miss the killer demon too? This crate is bizarre. Looks like it was hidden in this chest. Did someone bring it in here and hide it as a trap? It looks like the containment crate burst open, smashing open the chest.
Got it.
If you could get a killer demon in here and find a way to release it at the right time, it would make a hands-free murder weapon. There are a number of restraints inside. The inside's covered with claw marks. The restraints have sacred wards on them. Those are used to subjugate demons. Is this where the killer demon came from? The claw marks match. If the killer demon came from this crate, it didn't kill the marshals downstairs. If the killer demon got here via this containment crate, it means it didn't go through the holy seals. Someone brought it through the seals and left it here. Someone planted a trap. When the council were vulnerable, someone released a psycho killer demon to attack them. Were they assuming no one would get into the crime scene afterwards though? The crate leaves a trail of evidence.
Got it.
Did it matter though? Is the presence of a killer demon enough to complete the plan? Or did they assume that the seals would never be opened again? They assumed I wouldn't be on the island investigating. Bad call. Starlight's detecting dead zone residue from the crate. This crate must have come from the demonology bunker in the dead zone. There were more in there.
Sure.
This crate has a remote receiver on the lock. Someone could have remotely the number. This receiver has the same number as the one witness dialed at midnight last night. Witness opened a crate containing a killer demon remotely in the council penthouse. Holy shit. Counselor Pandora 2, cause of death is a horizontal slash across the stomach.
Yes, sir.
which
Hail
emptied
Satan, my dark lord and
her
master.
of her organs. May the silent goat walk with you in all the cosmic heavens. Counselor Lunatic Pope, missing several fingers which suggests he tried to defend himself from attack with a blade. Cause of death is a deep horizontal cut through his head. May the silent goat walk with you in all the cosmic heavens. Counselor Kafka Memory. Cause of death is a vertical laceration from his groin to ribcage. Most of his organs is spilled out. But a silent goat walk with you in all the cosmic heavens. High Priestess and Counselor Gabriella Devotion. Cause of death is a deep laceration through the abdomen. And a silent goat walk with you in all the cosmic heavens.
Sure.
There's a strange blood spray here. Doesn't match any of the council members. The spray is from a bullet exiting the body.
I don't like
The bullet's
this.
lodged in the wall. It's a Fucata round. There's a gun lying next to Leader Montserrat.
Ooh, the
It's been fired
investigator
twice.
here.
It's an old weapon that uses Fucata rounds.
Oh.
The blood sample isn't in the database, but there's a hit on some DNA. What the hell? This blood has Carmelina's DNA. It's not her blood, but it could be her offspring. Does she have a child? If I go to her without any more evidence, I'll rat at her and get nothing out of her. If she does have a secret child, they'll be somewhere on the island. Pink petals, just like the ones downstairs. Does this put Yuri at the scene? He wears a hat with pink petals. This won't hold up in the trials without anything to back it up. The blood trail leads away from the council penthouse. Whose blood is it?
Analyzing.
No match to any council members that were in here last night. There's a trace of Ayas Kwame blood. He took his own life years ago,
The
though.
investigator is
Doesn't
here.
match Henry's blood. He doesn't have a massive wound on him anyway. No matches. Someone else was here last night.
That's weird.
Why does this blood just end at the wall? The wall is normal. No signs of a secret entrance or anything. This just gets weirder. A bloodlock was supposed to be secure. The helmets the council used to traverse the second seal.
The investigator is here.
Analyzing.
Sure. Nanny, the hell? Ah. Sure. Got it. Ooh, the investigator is here. Ha.
Analyzing.
Sure. That's weird.
Carmelina and Oz Kawami. Arcash, you have a great night. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. We got a lot of people who are clammy and won't say shit. Okay. I've really got to get into the Marshall barracks. I've really got to get into the Marshall barracks, and there's a lot of other. There's a lot of other questions I have. Okay. I've already investigated the scene, so there's nothing more to find.
Investigation.
Who do I want to start with? That's the thing. We'll go to Kiss. I might need to go see Crying Grudge again.
One last kiss.
Got it.
Know anything about demons on the island? I was wondering when you'd encountered them.
That's weird.
Them?
All would benefit
I've
from
seen a
crime
lot of
like
things. Watch a lot of people do a lot of things. Have you heard the rumors? Secret demonology research room run by someone that it shouldn't
these.
be?
The investigator is here.
I've seen it. You should go and speak to Crimson. She'll be able to help. There's a secret in the dead zone, but there's a problem with that isn't there.
I have a bad feeling
The
about
dead
this.
zone is off limits. You need the correct key to get in. You'd be logged.
Those are facts.
Precisely. But if there's
But are
another
they
way
the
in,
truth?
though.
Mystery awaits.
A tunnel, perhaps.
What the hell?
What tunnel? Do you like to drink, investigator? A nice wine on a summer's evening at the best bar in
Oh,
town?
you're paying attention, investigator. Don't test me.
See, I already know this.
Do you understand, investigator? Sure.
Yes. I'm so frustrated with your literal way of talking sometimes. Do you know anything about the fourth holy seal? I know it requires godliness to get through.
What the hell?
How do you know that? As a spirit, I can go places others
The
can't.
investigator is
How can
here.
someone get through it? Find out how to become close to a god. What about Henry?
Those are facts.
What are gods and demons when you get down to it? What's going on, Mir? How you doing? Aliens, beings from the depths of the universe? How could a syndicate differentiate between a demon and a god? What if that's a flaw in their plan? Could a demon get through the god seal? That's a possibility. Could it? Doing fine? That's good. In your professional opinion, could a demon possessing Henry keep Henry alive in the depths of space? There haven't been any recorded incidents of it, but if the universe is a vast and mysterious place. When a demon possesses a person, they fuse with them, sometimes purely physically, sometimes only physically. Henry's demon did both. Exerts a significant power over Henry. Enough power to allow his body to withstand a vacuum. Demons are not from our planet. They come from the most terrifying reaches of the cosmos. They are tuned to space in a way we can never be. Some demonic races exist only as psychic shadows. Some navigate the edges of black holes. Some bend cosmic energy into huge cities. The right demon could definitely hold a human body together while outside of our world. What about psychically feeling out and manipulating a lock on another planet? The second holy seal sounds thrilling, investigator. It varies from race to race, but most demons understand space far better than us. They understand that the cosmos isn't just physical, it exists as a psychic plane as well. Some demonic races can see the psychic shape of space. They can see the essence of everything and how it's linked on planes we can't comprehend. What are the chances of the demon possessing Henry being one that can hold his body together in the vacuum of space and physically perceive the inner workings of a secret lock? What are the chances of the council being murdered and the exiled investigator being brought back? Slim, then? You need to decide what the truth is. God. Did you see Lydia and Sam last night? The locks at Paradise Gates will confirm several things. Their alibis and their time frame. Consider the time frame, investigator. Do you know anything about the murder of the martial guards outside the council building? The council building is awash with evidence, investigator. Check everywhere. What secrets does the sea hold? What about reaching for the sky? Okay. Do you know anything about the third holy seal? Who could get through there?
Mystery awaits.
A special lock requires an unusual key. You always live in a shadow. May you reach the moon. I'm downright amazed what I can destroy with some pile bunker gauntlets.
That's strange.
Who the hell are you?
Mother? No, you are not her.
That's strange.
Who are you?
Mother called me the Nonigata.
The Nonigata, a child born into darkness, born never to be known.
Ooh, the investigator.
Who's your mother?
The corridor lady.
That's weird.
Corridor lady? Who's that? What corridor?
Built into the fabric, the corridors.
Sure.
Why are you here?
I thought I escaped. You cannot escape blood.
That's That's a gunshot wound. We need to get you treated. No, I failed.
They want me dead.